So I think all of us, and maybe some people discover this different ways, right? Here's what I really, really like about being an entrepreneur is that there is no such thing as there never being an opportunity for growth. There's always an opportunity for growth because if you somehow solve those problems and you don't need to grow anymore as a person to solve the problems you're dealing with, then what's natural is that your business will grow and then it'll face new problems that you haven't yet solved. So you're kind of like always in this space of just like they say experience is something that you get just after you needed it.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Podcast. I am your host, Q Edmonds. Excited to be here today. And you know why I'm excited? Because I have another fantastic guest. You know, this is the highlight. This is what I love to do, is to be able to look through other people's lenses at how they navigate real estate business. And we all on this journey, but we are in so many different various places, right? So it's always good that we can come together and learn from each other. And I have somebody that is an expert at being them. They are expert at what they do, but not only are they an expert, they are a specialist when it comes in marketing. And so I'm excited for you guys to get to know and learn more about Mr. Brandon Bateman. Mr. Brandon, how you doing today, sir?
Hey, fantastic. Great to speak with you today.
Absolutely, man. So glad you're here. Thank you for being here. I'm excited to do this with you. And so listen, Brandon, I want to dive right in, man. I want you to tell the people what your main focus is these days. Want to give us a little bit of an origin story of kind of how you got started. We love the hero's journey. And then if you can tell us what part of the world you're in, I'm sure they would love to know that too. So Brandon, so you have the floor, man.
Yeah, you got it. So I'm based out of Salt Lake City, Utah. And what I do specifically, I own a company called Bateman Collective. And Bateman Collective is a digital marketing company that specializes just in working with real estate investors for direct to seller marketing. So that's all we do, and it's all really I've done. So if you look at the origin story, I started this company when I was a sophomore in college, and it's been about 8 years since then of just building this one company. It's all, it's my entire professional career. I was bagging groceries before I was doing this. The very beginning was just me saying, I want to get into digital marketing. Let me go find a few people who are willing to engage me in that. So I emailed a bunch of people, said, I don't even care what you want me to do in marketing. I don't even care what you want to pay me. I don't care if you pay me. I just want to do this kind of stuff. Can I learn? And that was, the first clients, and those clients give referrals to people, and those referrals give referrals to people. And, at some point I found myself neck deep in this real estate investment space and cut off all the other parts of the business. And now it's been about 5 years that we've been just exclusively working with motivated seller lead gen for real estate investors.
I love it, man. As you was talking, I was writing down a little bit of your resume, right? Started sophomore in college, right? Then you talked about you was bagging groceries, man. I absolutely love that. Bagging groceries, thinking about the dream, and then you're like, hey, I'm gonna get into this. I'm gonna start calling people. And so I love your natural progression, how you really worked your way up to where you are now. And I have a saying where I say destiny has no wasted moments, right?
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
Meaning no matter where you are in life, once you go through different journeys of your life, it kind of makes you who you are today. And so, man, you was thinking about this vision even back then. So I would love to know, now that you're living the dream, what has destiny taught you about yourself? As you went through each motion of your life to now where you are now, what has destiny revealed to you about you?
Oh, that's an interesting question that I've never been asked before. Let me think. So I think all of us, and maybe some people discover this different ways, right?
Mhm.
Here's what I really really like about being an entrepreneur is that there is no such thing as there never being an opportunity for growth. There's always an opportunity for growth because if you somehow solve those problems and you don't need to grow anymore as a person to solve the problems you're dealing with, then what's natural is that your business will grow and then it'll face new problems that you haven't yet solved. So you're kind of like always in this space of just like they say experience is something that you get just after you needed it. You're always just kind of like I could slay what I was doing 2 years ago today. But,
Yeah.
with the challenges I'm faced today, they're just a little bit harder. So I've learned that I really like that growth journey. And the cool thing about that growth journey is it brings out all of your strengths and it also brings out all of your weaknesses. And you learn a lot of stuff about yourself along the way. Like in my case, I learned that I'm really good with numbers. And the way that I see the world is a little bit different than how most people see the world because of that.
Yeah.
I've also learned that I have to work really hard to understand a lot of the emotional parts of business and leadership. Uh,
Mm.
and like those things don't come naturally to me as they do to some other people as well. So I mean, there's endless like insights along those ways, but like at some point you kind of see yourself in a and I'm sure I'll even look back at who I am today in 10 years and say like I didn't have a clear lens then, but it feels like over time the lens just gets clearer and clearer, and you understand who you are, and you're a little bit more comfortable with that, and you get better at doubling down on your strengths.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the lens gets a little bit clearer over time. Like you understand who you are, you learn to double down on your strengths, and you learn how to work around your weaknesses. So it's yeah, that's a I learned I really like that journey.
Yeah. Man, Brandon, so eloquently said, man. Thank you for sharing, man. As you was talking, I was just writing things down. Always an opportunity to grow. Appreciate the growth. A lot of people don't appreciate the growth, don't appreciate the growing pains. But that's what happens when you grow. You get in awkward situations, places you've never been before, and they bring out the best in you if you allow it to. And so I love your self-awareness, man. I love your ability to go within yourself and look at through the lens, like you said, the lens look a little bit clearer the more you grow. So, man, so very eloquent way to say that. Thank you for answering. So, man,
Mhm.
I know as you was building, you faced some adversity, right? How has adversity looked for you? It looks different for everybody, but specifically in what you do, how has adversity reared its, I won't necessarily say ugly head, but because it is what it is. It's just part of the growth, like we talked about, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's so yeah, and there's so many different challenges. I think one big one, if we're talking like, because some challenges are short lived
Mm,
and others
mm,
are persistent problems that like you really need to make it past in order to grow. One of those really persistent problems for me. I don't know if you guys in your organization you track a metric. It's called Employee Net Promoter Score.
mhm,
Um,
mhm.
you basically actually ask each employee how likely are you to recommend working at this company to a friend on a scale of 1 to 10.
If you're looking for consistent, high quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency, it's the most sophisticated, data driven lead generation company on the planet, for real estate investors and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
And then you take basically, to get a 100 on the score, you would have to have like every single person in the company says 10, like 9 or 10 out of 10. Um, to get a negative 100, every single person would have to say a 6 or lower. And then to get like the most common scores are between 0 and 30. That's where it's like 0 would be, I had 5 people who scored 9 or 10, and I had 5 people who scored 6 or lower. So therefore it's 0. It's right in the middle between negative 100 and 0, 100 and 100. So that's like how Net Promoter Score works for employees. And when I first started tracking that, it was like 45, which is generally pretty good. We had a small team, and I worked well with everybody. And then we kind of went through this growth phase as a company where we grew our headcount like 267% over 6 months. So because we were in this quick growth phase, this is when the real estate market started going crazy. And that score went literally as low as like, it started teetering between like negative 70 and like at the best times 0, quarter to quarter, kind of like teeter between like, oh, we're kind of neutral and we absolutely suck. And we had lots of employee turnover. And like, I genuinely didn't think that my business was a place that I enjoyed working. And I didn't feel like other people enjoyed working there. I didn't feel like I was getting the most out of it. I felt like people were my liability, not like the strength of the company and all that kind of stuff. So that was really hard. And that was a period that lasted multiple years trying to get out of that. Now we're at like positive 70 as far as that score goes. And we've been there for like 18 months since we like, and then like 2 years ago, we were at like 0. So it was kind of like a slow climb out of it and then to a really good place. And the way that I feel about people, the way I feel about the company is completely different. So yeah, that was a journey. And that's like at a time, because I didn't know anything else in business, I just thought that's kind of how business was. And I didn't realize that that was actually a really bad thing. Like, I know it felt bad, but I was just wondering, like, maybe this is just how it is. Maybe this is what it feels like to own a business. But yeah, that's been that journey of like figuring that out and creating a better company culture and everything has been like the biggest swing that my company's gone through. Because of course it's like, it's at the foundation of everything else. And as the leader of the company, it's my responsibility, right? So when it was bad, it's my fault. And when it's good, it's technically like everybody's. It's technically like everybody has to contribute to that, right? But that hurt knowing like this is what I'm responsible for, and I can't create something that adds enough value that people like are happy that it exists.
Yeah. Brandon, man, I absolutely love your leadership style. I love how you lead from self-awareness and reflection. I mean, I absolutely love it because, some people, unfortunately, don't want to take accountability. They don't want to reflect and like, and I love how you felt it. Like you felt what everybody else was feeling and you sought out to change it, man. I absolutely love that leadership style. And so it makes me want to ask you, Brandon, what's the next real goal for Bateman Collective? Like, what are you looking to solve or scale next, man?
So yeah, big things that are happening for us. Like here's the thing, I'm not a big like pivoter. I'm not a big like here's the let's burn the boats. Here's the new vision kind of guy.
Right. Got you.
I'm a very analytical person, and I also recognize that so much of what we built already is so valuable that putting that at risk is a dumb thing to do. So generally, if you look at our goals, it's that we just want to get marginally better in a few places. We're the kind of company that if we get marginally better in a few places, it makes quite a big difference, compounded over time. So that's essentially the entirety of the plan. Is we do 2 things right now. Number 1, we get new clients. Number 2, we keep them forever. If we can get better at getting more new clients, just a little bit, and if we can get better at making sure they never leave, just a little bit, and growing them, then that's like those are the 2 levers of the business. And if you look at our goals for this year, it's basically 25-30% growth by getting just a little bit better at both of those things.
Mm. Man, I love everything you're talking about, man. Have you heard of a book called Atomic Habits?
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
Yeah, absolutely. That's yeah, I read that a long time ago, and I think it built like
Yeah.
the foundation for like so many things that I do.
Makes so much sense because when you talk about marginally better, compound, that stuff like the compound. I'm like, yeah, that's so no, it makes total sense why you're successful. Like you said, you're not the type of burning ships type of guy. Just make these little things better, And I'm with you. I just try to be 1% better than I was yesterday, right? That's that kind of atomic habit kind of processing in my brain,
Mhm.
like 1% better. And like you said, things start to compound. So I love it. Again, man, I am absolutely loving your leadership style for sure, man. There's no doubt this is why Bateman Collective is so successful, man. And so I want to ask you talked about your employees, you felt what they was feeling, you're in tune with your employees, with your team. So I want to talk about this word relationship. What is your perspective when it comes to building relationships within business? Is it important? Has it helped you? How do you go about it? Like, what is your perspective when it comes to building relationships?
My perspective on relationships. So I'm interesting. Like I'm not what a lot of people would call a relationship guy, in the sense that like I don't build business relationships because I like golfing with this person. I think
Yeah.
golfing with that person might be a waste of time a lot of the time. Uh,
Mhm.
I think the only meeting better than a good meeting is no meeting at all, and I prefer to have as few meetings with people as I possibly can. Right. So if you look from that lens, like I'm like different from a lot of people, but of course relationships are really important. One of my favorite frameworks for them is like in a relationship, you need trust. This is from the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Um,
Mhm.
and trust comes down to two things. It comes down to your competence and it comes down to your character.
Mhm.
And I believe that's like the foundation of every relationship is that one person and another person, they have a belief in the competence of the person that they're working with, that they can
Mhm.
actually do what they say they're going to do, and that they can perform on a high level. And then they also have this belief in that person's character, that they're actually going to have like even other people's best interest in mind. And I think those things are like way stronger than the fact that like, hey, we both like golfing, but we're horrible people. So
Yeah.
as far as relationships, like that's like the way we approach like working with our clients and stuff. Like we're always looking at it from the lens of like, how do we build our competence with this client? How do we build our character with this client? Um, I I think it's I think it's everything, right? So that's a lot of how I do business. Like I have no reason to have any issue with you. But the more deposits like where I think like, hey, Quentin is a person who I can actually trust. He has a strong character, or he's actually performing on a high level. He has strong competence. Like the more that happens, I think that's how relationships grow.
Ooh, I love it, man. Again, thank you for answering that question. Thank you for answering it honestly. Everybody normally gives their take on that question, and I absolutely love your take. It's definitely from a different lens, man. And I love it because you said, listen, sometimes the best meeting is no meeting at all. When I tell you, I hear you on that, sir. I definitely hear you on that, Brandon, for sure, man, for sure. So thank you for answering that question again so honestly and organically, man. Um, Let me ask you, is there any topic that I have not brought up that you would want to talk about? Or is there any kind of word of motivation, education, inspiration that you would want to give people? If there is, man, I would love to hear it.
Yeah, I don't have anything super specific. We haven't talked a lot about like like my actual
I know,
area of
right?
expertise, which
That's why
we
that's
probably
why I, that's why I slid this question in there because I'm like, man, if you want to brag, man, you want to dust your shoulder on. This is the time to brag about what you do, man. Absolutely.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it's funny because like as far as like a lot of the stuff we talked about, it's like it's stuff that I've learned a lot of. And there's probably people out there who are way better at that kind of stuff than I am.
Mm.
And as far as what my company does, the online marketing for real estate investors for motivated seller lead gen, that's kind of like you'd have a hard time finding a lot of people who know more about that than we do, right? Because that's like our thing, right? You spend enough time. We've got our 10,000 hours spent and then some, and just being
Yeah.
really, really good at that particular thing. So yeah, that's if I was to put a message out there, yeah, I would basically I would basically say, like, if you're a real estate investor and you're not doing marketing channels like PPC, like SEO, then it's an opportunity. If you are doing them, it's likely that you're wasting a lot of money on a lot of stuff that you shouldn't be wasting money on. Um, so the best thing you can do is find a partner that has the right data to find those places where your budget's being used ineffectively, and dial that in so that you can get better results. And that's essentially the entirety of what we do as a company. Um, but yeah, there's all kinds of stuff on that. But if you guys want to know more about that, you can go to our podcast. It's podcast.batemancollective.com, where we have all kinds of episodes there, and you can even get access to stuff on our website. Like we just did like a 12-week PPC live training and stuff like that, where we just kind of peel back the curtain and show people like this is exactly what we do. Because we're not afraid to show people, because we believe in it, because it's all based on really strong data. And the average investor, when they find out exactly how it works, they realize it's not quite what they want to do either.
Yeah.
There's the 1% that can and should do it, but there's the 99% that basically need to find their who in that circumstance, and that's kind of what we strive to be. So yeah, I'd encourage you, if you're interested in that kind of stuff, check that out.
Absolutely, man. So listen, if someone wanted to collaborate with you, learn more, would they just go to the podcast, or is there somewhere else you would want to send them as well? Website, anything like that? I would want to know that as well. If you're okay with giving that out.
Yeah. The other thing is batemancollective.com. What you can do with that. So let's just say you wanted to do either of those things, SEO or PPC. You could go to the website and you can get booked with a strategist on my team. If you're already spending money on either of those things, we can look into them for you and help you identify. That's a thing we do for free, is we help identify like where is their money being wasted that could be better. So yes, we can do that. Or if you haven't done it before, we can help you understand, is it actually a good fit for you or not? Because it's not for everybody. But if it is a good fit, it's worth doing.
I appreciate you, man. But I want to say this to you. I had to make sure I got this on camera because I want to say three things to you, Brandon. So first, thank you for your time. Time is a precious commodity. You run a business, you could be doing anything with your time. So definitely thank you for your time today. Secondly, thank you for your story. Thank you for your what I call the gift of vulnerability and transparency. Just lead from a transparent place, from a place where we feel like we're building some momentum of trust, right? So I'm hoping people will hear you, trust you, and want to collaborate and connect with you. So just thank you for your story and your narrative. Last thing, man, thank you for your perspective. Thank you for your mindset and bringing that mindset to this platform. You have added tremendous value to this platform. So I just wanted to say to you, thank you again for being here, man.
Thank you, Quentin. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. So listen, y'all heard Mr. Brandon. You got the nuggets. You got the value. Check the show notes. Check out his podcast. Check him out online. But definitely make sure you are subscribed here, because I promise you we're going to continue to bring up amazing people just like Mr. Brandon. So sir, I just want to say thank you again, and to everyone else, y'all have a fantastic day.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.